I was raised in the parsonage. We had visiting speakers that would stay at our house. My mom would prepare all their meals. Just having that fellowship and that off the pulpit talk and about God and about spiritual things and about things that God does. But during that time of my life, I was probably in about the fourth grade. And what I had this deep desire for was a mini bike. I wanted one so bad. My cousin had one, and it had a lawnmower motor on it, and it had high handlebars, and I'd get to ride it sometimes, and oh, I wanted one so bad. And I'd ask my mom, can I have a mini bike? She said, no, you cannot have a mini bike. They're dangerous, you'll get hurt. So either my dad or my mom or one of the visiting speakers there in Camden, Arkansas, and sometime during the 60s, said something like this. He said, ask, and it shall be given to you. Seek, and you will find. Knock, and it'll be opened unto you. And you have not because you ask not. I'm like, what? You mean this is like Christmas, but it's guaranteed because it's God? I'm like, yes, yes. So I got on my prayers that night. I said, God, I believe what the scripture says. I want a mini bike. Lord, I want a mini bike. I went to bed fully believing. I had faith. It wasn't wavering. Okay, and so I went to school that next day, and as I was back on the bus coming home, I thought, okay, it's going to be out in the yard. There's going to be a big bow on it, and it'll be out there. And I just couldn't wait to see that mini bike in the yard. And I pull up, no mini bike. So I thought, oh, they're hiding it in the backyard. So instead of coming into the house, I walked around the house and God, this is faith. This is faith. I walked around the edge of the house and it's not here. So I walked in the house and I said, Mom, where is it at? And she said, what? I said, my mini bike. And she said, I'm going to beat you, boy, if you get, and she starts chasing me with the broom or whatever, ever how that happened. I said, God, is the Bible real? I mean, you said ask. You said knock. I'm knocking, asking, believing. Where's my mini bike? Well, I thought about it a couple more days, and I still wanted a mini bike. I still would, from time to time, would beg for a mini bike. Didn't get a mini bike. So life goes on. I got this 1980. This was about 1982, so it was about 2 years old. Harley Davidson. Shovel head, super glide, 2-inch pipes, and I was running around with a bunch of other guys who had Harleys, and we're stationed in Little Rock, Arkansas, or actually Jacksonville Air Base is what they call it. We're coming over the bridge over the river there in Little Rock, and we always let it pop there because you couldn't run radar on either side of that bridge because there's no place to pull anybody over, and it was opening up, and we were all running our bikes loud and proud and going over. And I came over that hill, and as I crested that hill, I'll never forget what the Lord said. And I wasn't praying. I wasn't thinking about the Lord. I wasn't thinking about it. I was having a good time. Wasn't doing anything wrong. I was just having a good time. The still small voice. I can still hear it today. Said, how you like a mini bike? I thought a mini bike would fix it. Okay, but it didn't. I didn't get that. I got my mini bike. I got the answer to that prayer in 1966. I'm just guessing what year it was. I don't have any idea. But 68. The answer to that prayer was made manifest coming over that bridge. And I realized that, God answers our prayers. He answers our prayers. Sometimes he says no, but that's not what he said that day. Sometimes he says yes. I could have got off that bus and there would have been that mini bike and that'd have been a great day. Okay. But sometimes this is the one I like really the least. Wait. And here's the deal. Those that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. So if you got something you've been praying about, you've been crying out to God about, you've been quoting scripture over, and you haven't seen the reality of that yet, just understand that God is a God that answers prayer. And he loves you. And all things are working together for the good of those who are called according to his purpose. It's working out for your good. God bless you. Have a great day.